and gentlemen, welcome back once again to some last-minute kick-out predictions. We are here, we are gathered on WrestleMania week. It is the most exciting time of the wrestling season, as there is so much fucking happening this week. Oh my god. Even if you're not watching it all, you just can't escape how much is going on. As always, I am your last-minute kick-out predictions champion, Pete Titan Squid Nevercoat, joined by a Challenger 1 who wishes to reclaim the belt, John Turbo Finley. How you doing, sir?
I don't want to reclaim the belt. I just want you to not have it. That's it.
And Challenger 2, who hopes to not score as miserably as he has done for the last couple of months.
The scores have matched my apathy to the whole thing. It's like our fourth WrestleMania. On LMKO. It's like our fourth WrestleMania of LMKO.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I don't know how long we've been going.
Didn't we do 2017 one? So this would be the fourth.
I'd have to investigate that.
Prediction. I think this is our third one based on predictions.
This is
reviewing.
Yeah,
this is probably our fourth.
Terrifying. One. It's a terrifying amount of time. But yes, hello everybody.
But yes, Mr. Kevin Eva.
I do want the belt though, if it's okay.
He does want the belt, but he needs to not.
I'm not gonna get it. It's fine.
Hey, you just need to think a little bit smarter. That's all you need to do.
This is, in fact, our fourth WrestleMania. We started at WrestleMania 34.
God. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow.
You've been editing for about 4.5 years.
Nobody knows.
Well, that's not true. I did edit this. You did
it a bit.
Anyway, we're going to quickly go down night 1 and night 2 cards, and I am not going to look like I'm gazing off into the distance, writing down everything we say, and I'm going to make a spreadsheet afterwards to actually record it. So, on night 1, we're going to start with me giving a prediction as I am defending, and then we'll alternate between these two lovely gentlemen. So, on night 1, we have got the Tag Team Turmoil match where the winners receive a WWE Women's Tag Team Championship on night 2. So, we have the team of Lana and Naomi, Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, the Riot Squad of Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott, Natalya and Tamina, and as it stands at this moment, it is rumored of Carmella and Billie Kay, as also teased on SmackDown.
Everybody but Bayley, the match.
I think Bayley's doing something personal. That's why she's not around, and she'll probably be back on Raw and or SmackDown after WrestleMania, I imagine, as that is when big returns seem to be happening. So, I really don't care. I'm so filled with apathy. My heart is saying Carmella and Billie Kay, and then I want Carmella to get taken out by Peyton Royce on night 2, and then we have an Iconics reunion where if they win the belts, they come back together as a tag team because they're not doing fucking anything in singles. But my brain is saying Natalya and Tamina, so I'm going with my brain rather than my heart.
So you're on that Tamina train then? Okay.
I'm on the Tamina train.
It's a longevity thing. She's kind of owed.
It's either that, or they're going to give it to Lana and Naomi. Because they want to put a belt on Lana.
Well, here's the thing. For my suggestion, I would hope that they would actually go with the actual formed team that was meant to be part of this division with their original stable in the first place. I'm going to go with the Riot Squad.
Well, you say that, but the only team other than Carmella and Billie Kay, every other team now has joint entrance music and Titantron videos. All of those teams have that.
But they weren't originally, like one together to start off with. There's still two singles wrestlers coming together just for the hell of it because they need to fill out the names.
Well,
so they're not established.
I think they have called themselves the Ravishing Glow on Raw, I believe.
It's not something that's obvious. It's not something that's been
Yeah.
You
But
know,
yeah, I mean, who are you going with? The Riot Squad?
I'm going for the Riot Squad. Kevin, what's you?
Mr. Kevin.
It's a heart versus head one for me as well. I, from the bottom of my heart, would love them to throw the Riot Squad a freaking bone.
Nah.
I don't think they're going to. I think it's going to be Naomi and Lana to bring that storyline to absolute thing and be the final punishment for Nia Jax, which would be Lana to get the belt.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, following quickly after that, Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. This is a really hard one for me because it's great to finally see Cesaro in singles competition on WrestleMania. However, Seth Rollins on TV programming has not gained the upper hand on Cesaro and has been made a fool of. Which means either Cesaro keeps it up and wins, or he'll probably do a billion swings and then lose to Seth Rollins and his rubber tie. So... have you seen the promotional shot for the match? He's literally looks like he's wearing like a rubber suit with.
Did you see what he was wearing at the Hall of Fame?
The Hall of Fame.
It was basically it was like a you know those shirts that JJ used to wear.
The flame jacket.
The flame jacket. It's like it's just like every 15-year-old during the mid 2000s who was walking around town was wearing basically just a black shirt with flames on it. He's got a suit out of it for some goddamn reason.
Let's be fair here. I mean, every 15-year-old probably idolizes Seth Rollins by being able to walk around and shout, "Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down!" So, I'm going to put my money on Seth Rollins winning. Kevin, who have you got?
I have got exactly the same logic as you. I think, but with a little bit more that they still don't see. They still don't see what everybody else sees.
The only reason he's in the position he is because Daniel Bryan's been pushing Cesaro.
He doesn't see what everybody else freaking sees. And in all honesty, it does serve the dare I say greater good for Seth Rollins to win here. So the winner is Seth Rollins, but the winner of a Daniel Bryan-esque pissed off audience push after it will be Cesaro.
And here's me going to be hopeful and actually say, because they've already put down Nakamura in the previous pay-per-view, and it's like he was the sacrificial lamb for Cesaro to get over, I feel. So I think Cesaro will get the win.
Oh, okay. We want Cesaro to win.
Yeah,
I know you guys want him to win, but I think, and you know, I just think they will pull the trigger and they will give him the win, and they'll give him a good strong start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. I am having haunty flashbacks of Valentine's Day Massacre, where Big Show threw Steve Austin at the cage wall and off the edge. So, since they've given Braun Strowman fancy new train noises whenever he does a thing, I expect someone to go through the side of a cage wall, and I expect Shane McMahon to be winning because his feet will touch the floor first because Braun Strowman is stupid.
It is a characteristic, isn't it, that they seem to be doing. But what do you think, Turbo?
I think they will emphasize it. And it's like that's what I was kind of thinking. It's obviously not the same design cage, but we've had that issue before.
They have done a steel cage match where the one specific part was weaker enough for someone to go through.
Yeah, as recent as Reigns and
I think it was Reigns Strowman. Or
no, Reigns Brock.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Big Show's gone through the side of it as well, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I do believe that Shane McMahon will eke out the win in this steel cage match.
Kevin.
Shane. Although the way that I had in my mind was a do-over of... Do you remember that JBL cage match where he went through the fucking floor of it and then crawled out underneath the apron?
I don't remember that one. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, it was him and I think a few others. It might have been like a triple threat or even a fatal four-way.
I was going to say, was that him and Kane? Kane just tried to
he got sent to Narnia, and then he came out of the wardrobe, which was the apron, and he won because he came out via that. So via Shane McMahon WrestleMania fuckery, he's going to go over Strowman here, and then Strowman's going to absolutely lose his shit.
I mean, it's been years since he's been wrestling at WrestleMania, and he's not won a single match at all since he came back.
Who's Shane? Didn't Shane beat Miz?
No, he didn't beat Miz.
Didn't he?
Miz beat Shane.
That's how badly the follow-up was to that.
Yeah.
I thought he lost.
So, New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos for the Raw Tag Team titles. I'm going with the very obvious choice of AJ Styles and Omos for two reasons. One, it is Omos's debut match. Two, it would make Styles a Grand Slam champion.
I agree.
I'm actually going to disagree. I'm going to go for New Day.
All right. How come?
But via that they like win by count out or something stupid. But I just don't think. I know it's Vince McMahon and big sweaty men situation, but I don't know. I think if they lose and AJ is the one to actually lose it, you know, I think that sort of plays up better. Like Omos actually gets annoyed with AJ.
There is most definitely going to be a thing where they break up, and I think them having the titles is obviously going to be a reason for it as well, because Vince has most definitely been murdering
tag teams
divisions,
of recent times. So
I think it's too quick a swap.
I mean, sure, okay. I still think like if anybody's going to lose it and it's not going to really harm them, it's going to be New Day.
Yeah. I'm going
cool.
for New Day.
Okay, so on to the match that everybody's looking forward to. It's Damien Priest and Bad Bunny versus Miz and Morrison. I'm going for the super obvious answer of Priest and Bunny because it's Priest's first WrestleMania and Bad Bunny's a celebrity guest. Kevin.
Priest and Bunny, but if you want to get Priest over, have Priest absolutely fucking annihilate Bunny after the match.
It won't happen.
No.
Why is he a face?
I don't know. Why is
Who
he got a
looks
face
at
when he's
Damien Priest and goes, yeah, that's a face?
Probably because they had someone super similar who was called Baron Corbin, and then they shaved him bald, put him in charge of Raw, and then blamed declining ratings on him. John, who have you got?
Wasn't it Bret Hart's fault?
Everything's Bret Hart's fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same as always. Is pretty much Bad Bunny.
Okay then.
I really don't care about
we must
this match.
Sacrifice Miz and Morrison on the
how about
WrestleMania.
How about we move on to a match that you probably will be interested in, and that I am actually in two minds about. So, Bobby Lashley versus McIntyre for the WWE Championship. I'm in two minds. Part of me, like the last several months, has said McIntyre's going to win because there's people there. They'll give him the WrestleMania pop they want. Part of me says that Bobby Lashley is doing some of the best work he's done with MVP at his side. And if they really broke up, like, here's the question. Did they literally break up the Hurt Business as a feint for WrestleMania? Or if they literally broke up the Hurt Business just for the sake of them Bobby Lashley losing? Is that actually the way that this is going down? I have to put my mind that Vince is generally that petty and doesn't like tag teams. So But I'm going to take a bet, and I'm going to say Lashley is going to retain.
All right. Well,
John, I know who you're going for. It's on your fucking shirt.
What are you talking about? I'm just here,
and
just
his
chilling
hat.
and whatnot. It's like, I'm just, just.
I keep thinking that his hat just says the Big Show. I honestly do. I just see the word.
There was one of a similar design, in fairness.
It is close to it, yeah.
Big Daddy Claymore.
Yeah, I don't know why it's Big Daddy Drew sounds like a better name. I'll be
Big
honest.
Daddy Drew.
I think
He's
because
coming to see you.
Because it's his first name, and obviously he didn't want to market his first name, I guess.
No.
Anyway, Drew McIntyre. I feel as though he needed that they will want to do the live crowd reaction
in
of
1
him.
year. It took him 17 years to win one heavyweight title, and in the span of 1 year, he's won it 3 times. Is what you're saying?
It's
well,
doable.
It's doable. I mean, Cripe. I mean, you've seen Charlotte. You've seen Charlotte.
Charlotte was in the business for 17 years.
Well,
it just feels like it.
You've seen her obviously.
Her
in much shorter time.
You can't just say Charlotte. You can't just say Charlotte because Sasha also hot-shotted that fucking belt.
Well, they gave the belt. They gave the belt to Sasha, and Sasha just sort of stood there, and the belt just fell through the hands, and somebody else caught it.
Go Sasha coming to WWE
movies.
But yeah,
Turbo, totally get what you mean on that.
Well, it's the same for Daniel Bryan then, because Daniel Bryan's had a lengthy career, and then he only got
suddenly
he was able to finally get his opportunity with into the world heavyweight title scene. So really, it's like I feel as though Drew McIntyre, he is a likable character because he is more real in this product than everyone else. He's not always constantly doing the gag.
I like
promo.
how you say that because he has become real unlikable to me in his title reigns.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's the booking.
You, but to me, that's the booking, obviously. The promos is what's helping him.
But I look back. You're not watching Raw then because his promos are fucking shit.
Not that I've been hearing.
Bobby Lashley's put a target on my back. Who wants some?
Writers.
That's what a Scotsman would act like.
But
like, come on! It's like that's the kind of attitude he should be having.
I look at his title matches from WrestleMania last year. He beat Brock in 5 minutes and said "fuck you" to F5, and then he's having 20-minute plus matches, solo matches, where he can't there's no in between. The matches have gone from at the beginning of the title reign to really short, really fast, I'm going to decimate you, to they've just got longer and longer, and it makes no sense,
Fine.
I don't get it. I think it's too early. I think Lashley's doing his best work. I don't think it's right to take the belt off Lashley. I could be very wrong, but yeah. Kevin.
Hi. I actually do think Lashley.
Is that who you're going with?
No, that's who I was going with anyway. I think because it's one of these things, it's been set up, as you said, it's been set up that he's gonna get his thing, and I think it sort of benefits. Lashley again has been doing his best work, but we saw that throughout the US title reign, which was just amazing stuff. Having McIntyre have somebody to go against who is really, really physical, and then you have the door open as well for the possibility of doing the Brock match with Lashley as well. I think the long-term benefit is actually keeping it on Lashley. So gonna go with him.
Okay. Which leads us to the last match of night 1 of Sasha Banks versus Bella. Do you know what? I've just realised that I've gone against my entire heart. I think they were going to lose. All the belts were going to change hands on both nights of WrestleMania, but I've already fucked that brain plan up. I'm in two minds about this. Because Belair is very clearly over with management. They love her. They love what she's doing. I fucking hate it in ways that I think that I don't hate her.
None of us are particular fans of the work.
I just think the booking has been dog shit. I don't think she's been booked well at all. This entire tag team thing has been shit all the way through. It's all right to idolize who you're going up against, but everything they've done with it is just so terrible. So
it's not been fun to watch, certainly.
I'm gonna say that Sasha Banks is gonna retain. Kevin.
I'm gonna say that we have a new champion. Belair is anointed as the champion, and maybe
Sasha Banks it on the first.
No, since the, well, I was actually thinking that as she isn't doing anything, maybe Bayley does cost Banks.
I was thinking Bayley might make an appearance.
The ultimate fuck you. It's like, excellent. I'll take away your night for you. And it's like, because of the two, because she doesn't like either of them, but of the two, you would have thought she hates Banks more. Mm-hmm. So but Belair for me.
Turbo.
I will go with Belair as well, because I've been pushing it home, and it's like she was getting strong. She was strong going forward, like from leading up to the Rumble and whatnot. But of course, yes, I know the booking for her has been terrible since then and whatnot. But I feel as though it is still gonna be strong enough for her to go to WrestleMania and be, crowned champion, and she'll get, support. Because, yeah, the booking might be terrible, but but what's more important? It's like the character or the storyline for that character.
The thing is, you can almost hear the Michael Cole call for it, of her becoming
winning
champion,
it.
Can't you?
Yeah.
You can almost hear it. So yeah. So that's all of us for Belair, yeah? Oh no, Banks. You said Banks, Pete, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed. Okay, so moving on to night 2, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship, which will be Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler with Reginald defending against the Tag Team Turmoil winners from night 1. I am going to say that the challengers, whoever it may be, it may not be my pick, but the challengers are going to win it. John.
Yeah. Yes, I will also agree that the challengers will win, because the titles have been on this pair for too long. They need to get rid of them now and split up and get into the singles categories, because we need more single feuds, and both of them need to get back into there. Kevin.
Just assume I put ditto marks underneath everything Turbo just said. It's going to be the challengers. That's all of us going for the challengers. Please, whoever it is, we'll literally take any one of those 4 or 5 teams. We'll take anyone. Okay.
The US Championship of Riddle and Sheamus. Again, I'm in two minds here. Sheamus doing the best work of his career in WWE. The belt's not long been on Riddle. But I'm still of the mind that they're going to hotshot quite a lot of these belts at Mania. So I'm going to stick with my heart and say Sheamus on this one. Kevin.
The winner of a backstage segment with RVD is Riddle. Unfortunately, the winner of the match is Sheamus. I also think, some of the best work of his career at the minute has been sort of rejuvenated by the McIntyre fight and sort of put over, the character a lot more. And if you're going to put a singles belt on him, you'd put the US title on him.
Doesn't that also give him?
Might well do.
I think he's already had US. It was the
actually he might have done
title.
Once.
I tell you what. You guys talk about it, and I'm going to look it up.
But
well, yeah.
no, with,
Turbo, you tell me your guess.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like from what I've heard, obviously that you know, McMahon is behind Riddle and whatnot, and they've been giving him all this special nonsense recently with his entrance and whatnot. I feel as though they will just keep the belt on him and keep him going for a little long.
He did get away with that awful botch. Apparently.
Oh yeah,
he got away with it because
he got
the
away
man
with
thought
it,
he was
yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
He has definitely had the United States title.
It's just been,
Yeah,
it's been
so
a very
it won't be
long
a Grand
time
Slam.
ago, I'd imagine. No?
yeah. Oh yeah, it was long.
He has not had the Intercontinental belt.
Really?
Yes.
That's
He's
all-
had both SmackDown belt. He's had both tag team championships. He's held the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship and the United States Championship, but he's not held the Intercontinental belt.
Actually, he and Big E would be a good little
Indeed.
thing.
Sorry, John, I missed who you were going for. Riddle.
Yes, I was going to go with Riddle because I feel
Because
as though
okay.
they will
McMahon.
keep that.
Owens and Zayn with Logan Paul. I'm going for Owens to win this. Probably with another flashback, this time to a previous WrestleMania, where Logan Paul, as the enforcer, whatever the fuck he's doing in the match, gets involved and throws it for Zayn, and Zayn goes loopy. Turbo.
Yeah. I expect a lot of stunners, especially to Logan Paul, because fuck that guy, because he's an arse.
Yes.
Yeah. So
But
Owens. all the way.
Turbo, he has changed so much for the better in the last 12 months.
Do I give a fuck?
No. But neither do they, apparently. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone into this. It should be Zayn, but it won't be Zayn because he needs to be screwed.
Yeah.
It
Plus,
should,
he's
it
always-
should be Zayn.
With the fight
whole
between these
storyline-
two, the fight with these two, the last encounter that they had, Zayn went over. So really, in all honesty, it's Owens that needs
The
to
most
go
interesting
over
thing
now.
they could do here is Owens gets screwed, and then Zayn then starts going like, wait, why have they screwed him? What's the conspiracy on that one? And then he can't pick either side then.
Oh god.
Indeed. Moving swiftly onwards, the Nigerian drum match,
Oh, fuck
whatever
this.
the fuck that is, for the Intercontinental Championship, Big E versus Apollo Cruz. I'm going with Cruz. Again, under the logic of this is whatever it is, it's going to be a Cruz speciality match, apparently. But I think it's time to put the belt on Cruz, and then they have another rematch at whatever the next show is. So yeah, I'm going with Apollo Cruz. The next show is Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay.
Kevin.
I completely forgot about. I pushed out of my head the whole Nigerian drum thing. I'm going to stick with Big E for the visual of Big E with his tongue out, eyes wide, hitting this drum.
I mean, it could have. Like, I think whatever happens in this match, there's going to be a rematch.
Yeah,
Money in the Bank.
I'm gonna assume it's Punjabi prison rules, and that Cruz is gonna lose.
It's just gonna be a street fight rules with like lots
With
of
a
drama
drum.
around the rings. Yeah. John.
Yeah, but it can. Well, for me, it could go either way because we've had characters or like wrestlers who've had their own specialty rules for their championship matches and stuff like that. One in particular, one that I remember was the what was it? Duchess of the Duchess of Queensberry rule.
Duchess of Queensberry rules. Oh god, with the Duchess of Queensberry in attendance.
Yes,
Please,
herself.
Let's not go there.
God bless
Yeah.
her.
So here's the thing. I think
That
that
was so
this will be a case where it will be the challenger being crowned winner, being that of Apollo Cruz, with his advantage in this match. So
Okay, Orton Fiend with Alexa Bliss. I want the Fiend to win. However, I have a feeling that what's going to actually happen is Alexa's going to throw a fireball. It's going to go askew, blind the Fiend, and Randy's going to RKO off of it because it's the only cool thing I can think of getting the RKO into the finish. So I'm going to put the Fiend to win, but that's how I imagine the finish is going to go because there's no other realistic way you can get a cool RKO out of this match.
Randy Orton does an RKO whilst on fire.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
That's it.
Yeah, there's going to be fire in this match. John.
Yeah, I gotta go with a fucking Fiend. He needs to get back into. Oh, what? He doesn't need it, but hey, whatever. Yeah.
Well, if he could look less like fucking Streaky Barbecue soon, that'd be nice.
Have you seen the WWE the cards game?
Yeah, the promo stuff.
There's a card there which has given away a bit more of his new look, and he's got like some sort of industrial netting.
He looks
netting.
like.
It looks like he's nicked. It looks like he's nicked the Demon's.
Oh, I was gonna say
headpiece, do-rag thing.
I was gonna say because his chest piece looks like it's like something left over from Shield. I was gonna say he's just like the invisible fourth member of the Shield who's been left in the oven too long. That's all I was gonna say.
It's this horrendous thing that looks like he's nicked it off Finn Balor.
Right,
it really does.
Speaking, who do you think?
Oh, Wyatt. It's too much of a build-up for him to come back and then not win.
Right. I'm going to talk about this match very briefly, and I'm going to make both of your hearts sink as I do so.
Right.
Asuka Ripley. Either
much build-up.
Either Asuka goes 0-4 or Ripley goes 0-2 at WrestleMania.
I know. How horrendous is that?
I know.
That being said, I think Asuka's going 0-4, and they're putting the belt on Ripley.
Whose go is it? I forget.
Yeah,
it's yours.
It's me. The winner of the match on the following Raw is Ripley. We always get one. We always get one where the title changes. I think Asuka nicks it, and then because she needs to go off and get something. But I think we give Asuka a WrestleMania win.
This is the same situation as Cesaro. Like she has held the women's division for like the good part of the last year, but I don't think the management see much in Asuka, and I think a lot of it is McMahon because you know how they are with eligibility for
that said, I mentioned the Riddle thing earlier. Asuka came out of that quite handsomely with management as well, with how she handled it. So there is that. But I honestly think that it's going to be the one where we get the title change on Raw.
I don't think the title. So who do you think's winning at Mania then?
I think Asuka wins at Mania and Ripley wins on Raw, and then Asuka goes away for a bit to ease her.
I think Ripley wins at Mania. Asuka goes away, but then because Baszler doesn't have the belts, the tag belts, she then starts up a feud with Ripley, saying, "You literally were here for 2 weeks, did a Charlotte Flair, and claimed the championship spot. I won the Rumble. I decimated everybody in the chamber, and I got robbed." So
I'd be all for Ripley Baszler.
They've got history on NXT and everything. Yeah. Anyway, John.
Yeah, I agree with all that with Pete. So yeah, I'd say Ripley gets. It's something to clean the palate of last year's WrestleMania loss that she got, because that was just really infuriating for her to lose
but Charlotte
her
Flair wins.
Debut. Yeah, Charlotte won.
Charlotte Flair wins.
Charlotte,
look, just
Flair
accept
wins.
it.
Lol.
Accept it.
Flair. If
that's
Flair
what you
wins,
wanted.
we riot.
In your heart of hearts, that's what you all wanted, isn't it?
Here's the
you
thing.
You all wanted Charlotte Flair.
What do
all
you
of
think?
you.
What do you think is more
Accept.
likely to happen? What do you think is more likely? What do you think is more likely to happen, Kevin?
So John's hiding. You may hide from the truth, but you wanted it.
No. This is the truth I want him to know and accept. What do you think is going to happen first? Charlotte Flair becomes a 16-time women's champion,
Of course, that's gonna happen.
or John Cena returns and gets a 17th world championship?
Oh, they both happen.
Charlotte Flair leaving because they completely fucked up and told her she was pregnant.
Oh yeah, I read about that. That was so dumb.
That was fucking disgusting.
Shall we move on to the very last
Messed up so
match?
badly. Yes.
Because I think this one is going to be a heartbreaker, whichever way it turns. Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman Reigns for the Blue Universal Championship. My heart, let's be fair here. The only reason this is a triple threat is so Reigns doesn't eat a pin. The only reason. So, my heart says Bryan. My brain says Edge.
Who do you want to go for?
What does your lungs say?
My lungs say deep breath.
And your balls?
What does the ball say?
Edge. My balls say Edge.
Balls say Edge. He's shaved.
Okay,
it.
so
He's shaved the baby.
so your mind and your balls are working together. Okay then.
I mean, that's where all men's brains are. John. It's on you.
Is it me? All right.
Yes.
Again, I'm in the same kind of, but mine is a three-way tie, because I think they can either stick with Ray.
What does your brain say?
Well, my brain's rewired so much.
All right,
It's like
what
it's
does
all
your
over the
heart
place.
say then?
Apparently, I don't have an extra valve. I'm gonna check on that.
Oh
But
my God.
yeah. Anyway, no,
what's
I
your
don't know.
heart say?
Look, I don't know exactly where we can go with this, because it can go any way. It's like you can have Reigns be dominant and still be the champion. You can have Edge pin Bryan. You can have Bryan pin Edge. Those are the three major things that can happen, and either one of them can happen, because you have Bryan, who wanted to be back into the main event. You wanted Edge coming back and being that
Reminder, it's a triple threat match, which means there's no disqualification,
yes.
which means that Jey Uso is a thing. There are rumors Lesnar will make an appearance.
There's always rumors for Lesnar.
Yes,
to make an
Reigns Lesnar for the heart of Paul Heyman.
for the hearts of Paul.
Or go back to what I said about Lashley and have the Lashley match. Then you can basically have 2-man power trip.
That'd be funny.
That with
Well,
Heyman.
I don't know. I wish I had more time.
Paul
on
Heyman on the pole match though, yeah.
Nope. Answer.
What's your first thought? What's your first thought when it comes to this?
As I said, what do your balls say?
They say go home for God's sake, so you're tired. I don't know. God, where's a coin?
A coin for 3 people.
Well, a coin for the two obvious people.
For the two obvious ones.
So who's not the obvious one then to you?
Reigns.
Right. Okay.
Right.
You think Reigns is losing regardless?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it for you?
Heads or tails.
Right. Heads equals who?
Bryan.
Heads is Bryan. It is heads.
Head. Daniel Bryan.
Go with Bryan then.
Kevin.
Well, my spleen says no.
Just get the
It's
audience in
Edge.
here.
It's Edge. It's the.
Okay.
It's you got to remember it's the final image of Mania, and it's the fairy tale story finally come full circle. I think Bryan's there to eat a pin, but also remind everyone just how fucking good he is. And also, it's probably Bryan's last dance at the top of the card, realistically.
And he actually had a title reign where he didn't drop a belt immediately.
Yeah,
Let's be fair.
that's nice.
So he's already had that.
That's nice.
So.
But yeah, it's Edge. You get the final.
But it's also
thing,
an anniversary as well.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, Edge front of the Mania sign. He's got the belt. Does the thing. All the fireworks go off. End of show. Everyone gets to go. Wow, fantastic. And who knows what happens after that? But it's definitely Edge for me.
Okay, so that does take us to the... That's all of it. So looking quickly it does seem that there is a chance for a new champion. Like, there's enough differences to give like a point either way. It will be close, but there could be a point or two either way. So, with that, as always, Mr. Kevin will have, of course, edited our socials to be on the screen. Come and follow us. Talk about wrestling. No doubt the Discord for Last Minute Continue, as I'm sure Kevin will put a link up on the screen as well as in the description for Discord. As we will no doubt talk about wrestling while WrestleMania is happening. So come and join the conversation in the Last Minute Continue Discord. Until then, Mr. John Turbo.
That was me.
Mr. Kevin Eva.
Whatever the hell he said.
And as always, from your Last Minute Kick Out Predictions Champion, we'll see you post WrestleMania for a wrap-up show. Take care, have fun, enjoy WrestleMania.